Previously on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
I'm not at my best today.
I'll be shocked if we get an episode out this week. I really will.
I had the weirdest dream the other night. I dreamed that I was reading The Far Side, the cartoon by Gary Larson.
Yeah.
And the comic strip, and I could see it plain as day. Porcupine, 1 penny.
Uh-huh.
And the guy had a stand, like Lucy and Charlie Brown.
Uh-huh.
And he had hundreds of porcupines behind him, but nobody was buying.
Dude, you should draw that and put it out.
But I remember looking at it, I'm like, that's one of his not very popular cartoons. Then I woke up thinking, is it porcupine or porcupine?
Yeah.
Because it's spelled porcupine. Oh, yeah, Porcupine. But we've always pronounced it porcupine.
Because of the classic Family Feud with Steve Harvey, where the guy said, name something that goes with pork, and the guy said, upine.
I didn't hear
You haven't seen that one?
No.
And Steve Harvey, he just loses it. It's clearly it's not up there. He said, upine.
He said, upine.
Before we're done here, y'all be wearing gold-plated diapers.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome. We know when to hold 'em and we know when to fold 'em. Give it up for your hosts, Mike and Darin.
Hi, I'm Darin.
I am Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast. This is episode 252.
Kind of a somber episode.
Yes.
We're one member light
We are.
now.
Yes.
So, Darin, just to calm any fears, Darin and I are still employed.
Yes.
Irritable Dad Syndrome. Dave Lay is still employed by Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Yeah.
And Chris Hughes still listens.
Yeah. Well, he employs us, so.
But we had to. Are we allowed to say his name on the Carl?
Yeah.
We had to ditch
we had to
Carl.
let Carl go. Last week was a travesty.
Longtime listeners know that we rarely repeat episodes.
Rarely.
And when we do, we rejigger them into a new thing.
We do.
And it's an exciting moment. And typically we do those things when it's the holidays. Other podcasts will take a month break, but not us.
No, we don't do that.
We put out quality entertainment week after week.
After week.
And so we had, the podcast we recorded last Thursday was
a banger.
It was impressive.
It was.
As the kids say, it had
teeth.
It had teeth.
Yeah.
A little bit of the stanky leg. And we did our normal thing. Downloaded the audio. I curated it. I sent it to Darin. And Darin came back and he said quite eloquently, "This sounds like ass."
What the hell was that?
What the?
Yeah.
You need expletives.
Yeah.
So then I immediately said, "You're out of your mind." And here goes the boomer. He doesn't know what sound is.
Yep.
So I go listen to it.
Sound is the thing you hear.
And man, did it sound like anus.
It sounded like ass. And
really
feet.
bad.
Bad. It was
really bad.
It was, as the kids say, it was loud. It was overmodulated. It was crackly.
Overmodulated.
It was poppy. It was muffled.
Yeah.
And it was not.
It was both muffled and loud at the same time.
It was not the quality that we have,
our
that
listeners,
we live up to on this podcast.
Our listeners demand a curated, quality product.
Curated.
And we discussed it at length. Now the content included in that podcast,
stellar.
Man.
Yeah.
Some of the best stuff we've ever done.
Yeah.
And you can listen to it
in
its pure, unbridled glory.
Well, there's nothing pure.
On Patreon.
If you're a patron member.
If you're a patron.
Yeah. It's on there. It's called Why We're Not Famous.
Yeah, put on your personal protective equipment before you go in. Man.
Sadly, it's a good episode.
It is a very good episode.
But
anyway.
So our editors reached out to us and they said, Mike, Darin, can we, for the patrons, release this on Patreon? And we said, look, it's not the quality that we give our patrons, for God's sake.
Yeah, we've built this brand on quality, if nothing else.
Quality is job one.
So then we launched into, we decided, we made the heartbreaking decision. Darin did, and I applaud him for his tenacity. I was at the point, I was so heartbroken that I was about to say, maybe we miss a week. For the first time in our history. And Darin said,
we've never missed a week.
Darin said, nay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Darin said, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I pulled my 51%.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he made it happen. So episode 251 in all its glory is here because of Darin.
Yeah.
Now
the special thing about episode 251, it's a repeat. If you haven't listened to it, it's 2 classic episodes back to back. Now, if you could tell me the name of those 2 episodes, we will mention your name on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're raising the stakes.
Yeah. And you'll be famous, more famous than anyone ever in your family ever.
So we launched an investigation.
We did.
Darin and I.
How did this happen?
We have the corner office in the penthouse of Penultimate Studios. We came down to. We don't like to mingle with the common folk.
We do
that run this show
at the Christmas party.
You got to give them something. So we came down into the just decrepit offices of our technical crew,
and I'm like,
Hey, what happened?
what
the hell
happened?
What did you people? What did you people do to our product?
Yeah,
And
our quality product.
Yeah, and Jake confidently stood up and pointed over at Carl and said it was Carl.
It was Carl.
Carl did it.
And Carl didn't deny it.
No, he didn't. He boy, I don't want to use the exact words he used, but let's just say he's not getting unemployment, and we're shipping the rest of his stuff to him.
Sadly, Carl has a family.
Carl has a family. They're welcome to work at Irritable Dad Syndrome, but Carl,
if they can learn how to run audio,
Carl's not.
Yeah,
he took to the Achilles tendon that is Irritable Dad Syndrome with a scalpel of incompetence. That's what he did. Did you like that?
I like that.
Like the little kid in Pet Cemetery at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, and there and down goes Mama. So here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And we were, like last week, we were so excited because we were coming off the thrill of episode 250. We're halfway to 1,000.
Yeah.
We were so excited.
Yeah.
And then we had that happen. And so
we apologize.
So, and Mike and I were talking, I was like, do we try and recreate the chemistry, the magic that was? It's like
you can't put lightning back in a bottle.
No, you cannot.
It's out.
You can't put toothpaste back in the tube.
You can't blow a balloon back up.
No,
it depends.
But why would you want to?
Yeah.
Why would you
want to? You get latex all over your lips, and then you got to explain that.
And then
the point is
college all over again.
The point is that here we are, and we are loaded, and we're to the hilt. We're ready to go.
Well, the thing was, last week was a stellar performance because Mike admitted that I was right.
And I'm gonna repeat that portion. I'm gonna repeat the portion. Darin was right, and here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I have been purchasing the anniversary editions of albums from my favorite bands
on vinyl.
Mm-hmm. And
vinyl is making a comeback. So U2 put out a How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb Super Edition. Yeah.
And I went to go get the vinyl, and they need...
It's like $1,000.
Yeah, they needed a down payment and a cosigner. But then the CD version, they're practically giving away.
Yeah.
So I got the CD version, and
I love how I got the CD version.
Yeah. Well, I ripped it with
it was on cassette
with FLAC, and lossless. And man, it sounds pretty damn good.
I love CDs.
And then later, Darin has made fun of me for years for not having the All That You Can't Leave Behind anniversary edition.
You claim to be the super fan, and I'm surprised that you don't have that.
I felt he makes me feel like less of a person, so I bought that on CD, it discounted.
Yeah,
and man, they sound pretty good. Yeah. Now I have read articles, and save your YouTube comments and all your you guys go crazy over this stuff. Vinyl is not the best way to listen to music. The reason vinyl is there is for people like me, people like Darin.
If I may.
Yes.
Snobs.
To look at the large artwork and the little booklets.
The poster,
and get up every 20 minutes to change
vinyl is perfect for people who like to listen to 3 or 4 songs and then take a break.
Now, when the bombs drop and
your vinyl's going to skip.
The power goes out. Yeah, the vinyl's going to skip. But it's not dependent on anything other than a needle and an amplifier. I have actually played the vinyl by accident without the amplifier on, and you can hear the music through the needle. You can hear the vibration.
You sure can.
It's eerie.
Yeah.
It's like, how's that happening?
Yeah.
And I said that as a over 40-year-old man who understands that
I don't understand
it's acoustics.
Yeah.
My God, if we had that kind of knowledge in this podcast, what happened with Carl wouldn't have happened.
It has something to do with
vibration and tuning. The point is,
and they cut the grooves deep.
Darin has been the CD guy forever. He always blabs on and on about his CDs.
Got thousands.
So finally, I agreed with him. I said, Darin, you're right. The latest of these editions that came out was Rush R50. I'm a Rush fan.
I love Rudge.
And I bought Rudge R50 on CD. Yeah. And I'll be slapping a monkey if I'm not telling the truth. Yeah. That thing sounds great.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Slap that monkey.
Slap the out of him. Yeah. So, Darin, you're right.
Well, thank you.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm still going to buy the vinyls when they come out.
I understand
that. You're right.
I understand that. Yeah. My son got me a turntable for Christmas, and
2 of them and a microphone, right?
Yeah. Wiki. He bought the new Green Day on vinyl, and we went downstairs and we listened to it, and it's great. It's a really good album. I'll tell you, every song on it was really good.
Yeah.
And the vinyl was pink and black.
Yeah.
I've never seen a pink and black vinyl before.
Yeah.
But it's like I like it and everything, but I'm thinking, what else am I going to buy on vinyl? Because I have to make an appointment to, I have to carve out some time to sit in my room where the turntable is and listen to it. I can't take the turntable in the car with me. I can, I just can't listen to it, So vinyl is appointment listening. You can't just listen to it anywhere. So,
and since I don't own this basement anymore, I can never listen to it. It's just down here. It just lives down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the colored vinyls, that's where it gets fun.
Yeah.
I would like to say, as a U2 fan, there are other colors than red.
Yes.
You guys can... Under a Blood Red Sky, it's a red. How to Dismantle Atomic Bomb is red.
Because they're Irish.
I know.
And,
red in Irish good.
Exactly. Well, in Shawshank Redemption, he was red because he's Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And half of Oxen Baby is red.
Look at me.
It's like, just quit.
Don't write me off like that. I'm not Carl.
Green's a color.
Yeah, it is.
Green's a color.
I like green.
This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome is brought to you by sweatpants. They're warm, elasticy, and sweatpants is fun to say. Now, back to the show.
Something else we talked about last week was how stupid I feel because I was on TikTok and I'm watching this video. There's this woman and she's looking at a mirror, okay? And she puts up this towel in front of the mirror and she's got her hand holding up the towel and she said, the phone, she turns it to the side to videotape. She says, how does the mirror see my hand when the towel is blocking it? And everyone is talking to her like she's so stupid, right? She's like, but how does it see the hand? And I'm thinking, how does it see the hand? It's like, I get it, but if somebody asked me to explain it, like if my kid said, Daddy, how come you can see the hand? I would say, call Mike. Yeah.
And I did explain it.
We went on for like 25 minutes talking about mirrors.
And the fun thing about it is that this is primarily an audio podcast. Yes. It was very visual.
Yes. Mike was standing at certain angles from a 45-degree angle.
Yeah. So the shortened version of it, it's all about the angles.
Yeah.
As it were.
Yeah. But you guys missed a great episode last week.
Future fun episodes coming up in May. We'll have our Towel Day episode.
Yes.
We always look forward to that. I know Darin especially loves that episode because it comes with a reading from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes, and I always politely let you read.
You do.
And you don't let me read, but I let you read.
There are things
and
that
we'll discuss all this in couples therapy.
For each other. There are things that there's give and take. There's yin and yang.
Mm-hmm. There's an up and there's a down.
What?
There's an in and there's an out.
Okay. Yes.
Something else that's coming up, we are going to have Adam Neediff back on the show.
Yeah.
Adam Neediff is soon going to be our
four-banger.
Going to be a four-banger. Hello. He's going to be a 4-time guest on the show, and no one's ever been on our show 4 times.
Does he actually like coming on this show?
I asked him if he wanted to come on. He said that he was really busy. He's doing a gig.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like really popular.
He's a guy.
He works in television. He works on game shows.
Yeah.
So he's working on this gig, and he said that he was like really busy, wouldn't be able to do it for a while. And I was afraid that we might have kind of rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah.
But like a week later, he reaches out to me. Hey, can I do this date? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So he wants to be on.
Okay.
He enjoys being on, and we enjoy having him
do.
on the show.
Yeah. Maybe he can throw our name around some big wigs over there. Get us get
Chuck Woolery on the show. maybe we can get Bob Eubanks on the show. I would actually like to talk to Bob Eubanks. But anyway, Adam Neediff's coming back on the show.
Adam Neediff's coming back on the show. And we're excited.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be on Allison Lip's show.
We are going back on Greetings from the Idiot Box.
It turns out that after our last appearance, she still has a couple of listeners left. And she's trying to scare them all away so that she can claim this thing on her taxes. So
we totally broke her podcast, and she's letting us come back on.
It's one thing. See, Darin and I don't get to see your guys' reaction to what we're saying. Now, Bess listens to the show, so I get to see her reaction. But the sheer look of horror on Allison's face, she had no idea
what to do with this.
What are you doing?
What happened?
It reminded me of the movie Dumb and Dumber when they have the hitman.
Yeah.
And they're in the pup-mobile. And, what's the most annoying sound? And dude, all the guys finally like, shut up!
Cut that
out! That's pretty much what that episode was like.
But she didn't snap.
No, she froze like a deer in headlights. She didn't know what to do.
She did not lose it with us.
She was panicked.
So when we go back on her show, we're going to not talk about Airwolf. We're going to talk about Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and the El Camino.
Yes, science!
I tell you what, man.
And
if you bring up,
I hope that she has 7 hours.
Well, she needs to. I'm gonna say this nicely. Get the out the way.
Yeah.
You say Breaking Bad when we're in the room.
Yep.
Just
that's what we're doing.
Leave the record button on.
Yep.
Go take a walk. Do something.
And she better hope that Carl's not running audio for her, because this is going to be a banger.
Well, he is on the job market now in audio, and I'll tell you.
So seriously, guys, if you want someone who's really bad at recording audio, hire Carl.
Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. You're listening to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast.
That's a joke. Deal with it.
So I get this message from Mike. Mike never texts me.
Never.
When we're not doing the show.
Yeah. We maintain a strictly professional relationship.
And he says, you will never guess what happened. And I said, well, what? And he says, we've become members of the Illuminati.
We have. We are now members of the Illuminati.
And I don't even know what that means. Does that mean we get front row seats? And like tractor pulls?
So if I may, we got a message. People, please message us on Facebook.
My God. It's like we've asked you so many times, would it kill you?
We really get excited to read these things.
Would it kill you to send us a message and let us know something we did on this show that gave you a chuckle.
Here's the message. I got a notification. Someone messaged your Facebook, Irritable Dad Syndrome Facebook. So I got the key out of the safe. I went over, I wiped the cobwebs off of the comment section, unlocked it, opened it up, a bat flew out, and I looked, and there was a message. I'm going to read this message because there's not a single wasted word in this message.
No, okay.
I'm not going to give the gentleman's name because I'm afraid I'm going to be summoning a demon if I do that.
Illuminati.
Hello.
Hello.
I apologize for reaching out unexpectedly. Very polite opening. But I am compelled to share an extraordinary opportunity with you.
Okay.
At this point, I think they want to make a movie about our lives.
Yeah, with Paul Rudd.
And
John Hamm.
And John Hamm.
Bryan Cranston.
And it says...
Steve Buscemi as Chris Hughes.
Now, the next sentence is where it goes up, and then it goes over the hill, and here we go.
Okay.
Your life's journey has led you to this moment, comma, and...
I don't think you need to read the
I do. The comma is where this thing turns. It breaks bad, as it were. And the Illuminati has taken notice. That got my attention. We believe you possess unique qualities and have been chosen for a greater purpose. In recognition of this, we are extending an exclusive invitation for you to join our community. The Illuminati community.
The Illuminati.
It's almost like you're buying a car. Like you join the club here. As a member of the Illuminati, you will gain access to, Wait,
hold it. They get access to my colon? I don't want that. I'm not falling for that again.
You get access to exclusive knowledge. Secret techniques, methods to unlock your full potential.
Okay.
End of list. And then it continues. Our organization offers guidance, support, and resources to help you achieve greatness, not just for personal gain, but also for the benefit of those around you.
Okay.
We invite you to consider our offer carefully.
Just go to Illuminati.com.
Yeah. Do you accept this opportunity to join the Illuminati and unlock your full potential? Question mark. And then they have a peace sign.
Okay.
And, man, I mean, as far as scams go...
You gotta do it.
Dude, you made it that far. You knew enough about the Illuminati to put exclusive knowledge and secret techniques.
Yeah.
You got all the way to the end, and the emoji, you didn't use the little pyramid with the eye, or even the Tool logo would have worked. A little peace sign? The Illuminati's a bunch of liberals now? Is that what it is? A bunch of peaceniks over there? Aren't they the ones that are supposed to be ruling the world?
Yeah. I wonder what's next. Do we gather every Tuesday?
I'm expecting a invitation out to what's the place they go, the grotto with the big owl. They burn the thing in effigy, and you dance with Hillary Clinton. Yeah. That thing. All them people. George Bush, Hillary Clinton. All of them are out there dancing around the owl and sacrificing Ralph Nader. Sacrificing porcupines.
Take off our shirts. Is it porcupine or porcupine? Have we talked about this?
Upine.
Porcupine. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of on the fence on joining the Illuminati.
I mean, technically, they messaged our business address, so it's to you, me, and Dave Lay. Dave Lay.
Well, I bet you Carl's probably joined. He ain't got nothing else to do.
Carl. Bitch. Any club that would take Carl.
I don't want to be a member.
I don't want to be a member of it.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks, Illuminati.
I always thought getting into the Illuminati would be difficult. You know, I didn't know you just make
all you got to do is have a podcast.
Make a marginally successful podcast for 5 years.
Are we marginally successful? Is that what you call this?
I have successfully purchased margin in the 4 years that we've done this.
No, that's margarine.
Margarine. Margarinely.
We're margarinely successful.
If this gig doesn't work out, we can join the Illuminati. They've got secret techniques and exclusive knowledge.
I wonder what type of secret techniques they have, like kung fu or like computer hacking or.
Kung fu is not really that secret. I mean, everybody is kung fu fighting. Everybody was kung fu fighting. You know, they may have the
and
actual.
All of those people also want to rule the world.
Yeah, They may have the actual Airwolf in the volcano.
They might, yeah.
Tell you what, Illuminati, if you show me Airwolf in the volcano and let me fly it around,
I'll join.
I don't say I'll join.
I just did.
Okay.
I'm going to take that back.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm willing to say this guy does not represent the Illuminati.
I wonder if we get like a T-shirt or a hat or like a pin that you'd wear, or
now that I say that, the Trader's World, our world famous flea market, just like 20 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
For a long time, they had a Dianetics Scientology booth in there. They had the Dianetics books, and you could.
Okay.
They had some lady with a shrill voice. Get your e-meter. Touch the e-meter.
Strike him down.
And
you inspired
him down.
You inspired me to work on that.
There's a big difference between touching this lady's e-meter at
Her
Trader's
touching
World.
Her what?
Her and hanging out.
Where is that anyway? I never can find that. That's the G meter.
It's G meter. Yeah. The e-meter's in a different key. It's a big difference between touching this lady's e-meter and hanging out with Tom Cruise and jumping out of hot air balloons or whatever the hell he's doing now.
Yeah.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Crank Cola, the cola that's only sold in glass bottles, just like God intended.
That's right.
I am not for censorship. Okay?
You're anti-censorship.
I am anti-censorship. Even though every week, whenever we say, we censor those words out. Because I think that's funny.
Yeah.
But there is a word that I think we need to remove from the English language. And not because it's offensive. That word is besmirch. Someone has besmirched me.
I enjoy that word.
And I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
But you can't take somebody seriously when they say I've been besmirched. No, seriously, who besmirched you, Kevin?
Yeah.
Well, my son-in-law besmirched me. He came over and he besmirched me. He insulted my character and my reputation.
Yeah.
Well, I hate when I'm besmirched.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like I know what it means. But nobody uses it casually in conversation.
Has there ever been an episode of The Smurfs where one of them said, I've been besmirfed?
I don't think, and I've watched every episode of The Smurfs.
Okay.
Yeah. Brainy.
Yeah.
I hate
You'd
Brainy.
think Papa Smurf would throw it out there at least once. You've besmirfed. What was the lady's name? Susie Smurf? Who was the Smurfette? Oh, that was.
There's only one, and you forgot. Actually, they ended up making another one. There was two.
Really?
Two, yeah.
Really? How's that?
Gargamel created another Smurf that ended up joining the tribe.
Did he create the Smurfs in the beginning?
He created Smurfette.
Asriel, I think I've finally done it. One spoonful of this should be enough to wipe out the entire Smurf population.
Okay.
Yeah, he created Smurfette to enter the, like a Nazi spy.
Are you about to Me Too Smurfs?
No.
Smurfette was a double agent?
Yes. Working for Gargamel.
Like Black Widow?
Yes, working for Gargamel. But they ended up...
The Winter Smurf?
Yeah, the Winter Smurf. Papa Smurf and the rest of the Smurfs.
We've now officially gotten a title for the show.
Loved Smurfette so much that they made her an actual Smurf. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
So she was a false Smurf.
She was a fake Smurf. Yeah, Gargamel invented her.
Okay. But she's like a Franken-Smurf.
Read your history books.
And
how do you not know this?
She's a Franken-Smurf, and then Papa Smurf waved his wand.
Yes, his magic wand.
And besmirfed her.
He besmirfhed her. Yes, and made her an actual Smurf.
Okay.
And they all loved her, and they treated her like one of their own. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I always felt bad for there was the police officer who worked in the Smurf village. And whenever he would go to investigate a robbery, he would say, "Can you describe who stole your wallet?" And they'd like, "Yeah, he was about 3 apples tall, blue.
Yeah.
He's wearing a white hat, white pants. Huh?
Yeah,
I'm on it.
Yeah.
For the first time ever in my neighborhood, we got a peacock on the loose. Lock your doors. Bring in your small pets.
Yeah.
Hide the kids.
Yeah.
There's a peacock on the loose.
Yeah.
Erin Durbin posts that her husband, Jason, claims that he and his son saw a peacock in their backyard. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a unicorn in my yard, but then Sasquatch ran him off.
Did he pick up the peacock,
Yeah, don't.
or did he just leave it out there
well,
for your kid to go and pick up?
peacocks don't. They're
Okay.
magic animals.
Okay.
Peacocks aren't real.
Okay.
Just so you know, peacocks are not real.
So I saw a peacock at the Circle K.
No, you didn't.
And I got photographic evidence.
See, you're just making this worse. I was all about just running Aaron's name through the mud, and then you're like, "Oh, so peacock at the Circle K."
I just think there's something afoot. Maybe the Illuminati knows what's going on with all these damn peacocks.
I think the Illuminati and Carl are in cahoots, and they're releasing these peacocks into the wild.
So
into our neighborhoods, and they're taking our jobs.
Yeah.
They're eating the dogs.
Okay.
They're eating the cats.
Yeah. They have no sense of morality or standards.
No. They're filthy, disgusting animals, and they need to be stopped.
So
we also have a coyote in our neighborhood. I hope the coyote didn't. The coyote's like, that's a peacock. What the hell?
It would be awesome if the coyote keeps trying to get the peacock.
Thinking it's a roadrunner.
The peacock won't. He just goes beep beep.
Meow. Yeah.
Like if the Durbans see a bowl of seed with a little sign that says free seed
from Acme. Yeah.
From Acme. Anvil over their door, waiting for the peacock to come out.
Go paint a hole on a wall and see if you could run through it. Yeah. But no, I was like, because I had accidentally left my garage door open. I hope that damn peacock doesn't get in there.
Oh, they'll come in. They got switchblades.
Yeah.
They'll take you out.
They'll let the air out of your tires. They'll steal your tools.
They'll change your locks. They're weird animals. They'll change the locks on your doors. They won't steal anything. They just make you...
They're a nuisance.
They'll
go reprogram your remote control.
Yeah. They'll take all the coffee out of your K-cups, and you just keep getting water out of them. You know what the hell happened?
Hey, what happened?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When you go to a hotel, like on business or whatever, you know that the hotel staff comes in and cleans your room and makes the bed and all that stuff while you're out. You leave your toothbrush out, or do you hide that thing?
Oh, so I have a travel thing that I keep and I've got a little thing that I keep my toothbrush in. I brush my teeth, I put it in that, and then keep it in the bag.
Okay, so you don't just
in case I need to leave quickly.
Okay,
yeah,
you don't have
I
out on the sink.
I got like $1,000 cash in my gun, a burner phone, and my toothbrush.
Yeah, and some loose teeth.
Yeah,
to leave behind. just throw them off the trail.
Just some loose teeth. They come in, they're turning your bed down, and what the hell? There's a peacock in your room. No, I've never left, but I'm gonna think about it now.
I think about it every time I'm in a hotel room.
So you're afraid they're brushing their...
I don't know what they're brushing with it. I've always been skeeved out by leaving it out, but this last time I just left it out. A whole day.
The last time I was at a hotel, I got a little drunk.
Okay.
I woke up in the bathtub. It was full of ice, and someone had stolen my kidney.
Okay.
God, was I pissed.
Was there any teeth laying around?
There was some teeth, and a peacock. There's that guy, there's a lot of people on the TikTok who say, when you go to a hotel, this is what you got to do.
Yeah.
And they put tape over the outlets, and they put one of them, a sawhorse in front of the door, so that people won't break in and steal your kidney or whatever.
Wrap their head in foil, all this weird.
But they were talking about all these things that you do to protect your privacy, and I had said that one day that I had my kidney stolen.
Yeah.
And somebody was very sympathetic to me. That's a shame. That's a damn shame.
I got excited in this hotel room because I was able to connect. They had a cool new thing. I don't know if it's new. It's been a while since I've been in a hotel room, but they have YouTube and all the stuff on there, and you put your stuff in, so you're watching your account, and then there's a button to erase it all.
Yeah.
And I connected I didn't want any of my stuff in there.
Right.
I don't know what
you don't
Illuminati.
Want people knowing that you're watching.
This is around the time I got that Illuminati message. I don't want anybody in my biz.
Yeah.
But they also had an option for you to send it from your phone. So all your stuff remains in your phone, but you send whatever. So I was watching the YouTubes on the hotel TV
with your account,
and I had a bag of M&Ms and a diet Dr. Pepper, and I was laying there living it up.
Woohoo! Oh, gnarly! Well, now we're having fun, aren't we?
eating
High on the hog.
Drinking the diet. I thought, this is the life right here. for about 5 seconds, and I was like, I can do this any day I want. I can just go up. Oh, this past weekend, at no point.
You can go to your neighborhood moose lodge and do that.
But at no point this last weekend, I had a full weekend of free time. I never went up and laid in the bed and ate M&Ms and drank a Diet Dr. Pepper and watched YouTube.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I was like, I don't want to do that. But when I was away at a hotel, that was the cat's meow. I was living high on the peacock, as it were.
It's time now for the Kroger Story of the Week.
So I have several things to talk about with my last visit to Kroger. Okay, so here in Cincinnati, it has rained and rained and rained and rained.
It's been pretty obnoxious.
It's just like, all right, shut up with the rain, stop it. So I'm in Kroger and I'm doing my grocery shopping and I'm walking down the bread aisle and I'm listening and I'm like, this song sounds very familiar. What's the song? Okay. And I talk to myself when I'm at Kroger. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. And this lady said, excuse me? I said, I'm not talking to you. I just noticed that they're playing It's Raining Again by Supertramp.
Okay.
Over the PA system. Funny. She goes, and we had that, and we had like a moment.
Thing.
We had we clicked. Yeah. So that was on the bread aisle.
Okay.
2 aisles later, where the pickles are, I crossed paths with her.
Another aisle. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then I crossed paths with her again, and then like the third time I crossed paths with her,
by the yogurt.
she said, sir. I said, yeah, and she says, you dropped a coupon. I said, oh yeah, okay. So I picked that up.
Yeah.
Then I ran into her again over like near the deodorant, and I was like, I promise, I am not stalking you. I think you're stalking me.
It's exactly what a stalker would say.
Yeah, and then she thought that was funny. But I held up my coupon for deodorant. See, I'm here for deodorant. I'm here for deodorant. So there was that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Then I run into you. You've got your hood on like Hawkeye from the Avengers. You really look like a stalker.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not.
Like, scared me.
I generally look unapproachable and violent when I'm out and about. And I usually don't recognize that until I see somebody that I know.
Yeah.
I go around with Bess and the kids all day long looking like I'll say the word hooligan.
Ooh,
looking like a thug. I just
punk.
Like I'm up to
a ne'er-do-well.
chicanery.
I don't want any chicanery.
I'm out besmirching everyone that I see.
Don't you dare besmirch me.
And it's when I see somebody. It's when I see somebody like you. The one time I had autographed. What was the lady the autograph? Kate Halpin. Yeah. I didn't realize how much of a besmircher I looked like until I saw her and she wanted a selfie, and then I see the selfie and I'm like, good Lord, where'd you find that old besmircher? The point is, it's good that I saw you because I'm like, wow, I do.
Charlie looked at me like, is that Tom Cruise? He was like,
he was in shock that you were there.
He was so surprised that he ran into me at the store. I'm thinking, I go other places besides your house to record the podcast.
Charlie sees you here and at your house. Yeah. The idea of you being let out
somewhere else,
unsupervised, just walking around.
You know what? That would shock most people.
Yeah.
They knew me.
Yeah.
And then I was getting ready to check out, and I went through Paul's line.
Yeah,
Paul is my favorite cashier.
Paul, yeah.
Oh, Paul's the best. Paul always has great stories. Well, the guy bagging my groceries, I swear to God, looked like he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Good bagger.
Yeah.
Kid nailed it, bagging the groceries.
8-year-olds bag like nobody's business.
Like a mamma jamma.
Yeah.
I think he said he was 14, because I think they hire at 14 at Kroger.
Yeah.
Anyway, doing a great job.
Yeah.
Paul tells the kid, he says, you know what? You look a lot like Joey from Friends.
Okay.
Do you watch Friends? Have you watched The Friends?
Okay.
And he says, no, I don't watch Friends. And I was like, it's a pretty good show. And he goes, well, my parents are bigger fans of Seinfeld. I'm like, okay, your parents sound pretty cool. I took the liberty to teach the kid. I said, look, since you look like Joey from Friends, you need to, anytime you see an attractive lady, say,
how you doing?
And then Paul says, how you doing? And then I said, how you doing?
Yeah.
And the kid's like, is it okay if I just keep bagging your groceries? It's like, but do you know what? Your wife is Italian, right?
Yeah.
Is she still Italian?
She's Italian.
She's Italian.
She prefers it to be pronounced that way.
Do you know what they sell?
Pasta.
They do sell pasta, but we've talked about this before because I once asked. I
Super
saw a
Mario
video
games.
where if you break the pasta in half,
Yeah.
And I said, does that piss your wife off? Are you allowed to break the pasta? And you said, no, we can't break the pasta.
Yeah, I don't think I think she actually has. Now that I think, I don't want to get her kicked out of
the.
I know the Illuminati watches this. I don't want.
That's right.
Aren't they Italian?
She's no longer allowed to watch Goodfellas or rent it at Blockbuster
or play Mario Brothers. But I think she has in the past. So we're radical. Yeah, we break from tradition.
But I break the spaghetti in half.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you're not allowed to do that. So they sell pot-sized spaghetti, which is basically half spaghetti. It's half a noodle.
It's is what it
is. Stupid.
It's
like stupid.
You either care about tradition or you don't.
I'm like, you can't buy a regular sized box of spaghetti and then just break it.
Gaston Vespucci is rolling in his grave right now at what y'all have done to his pasta.
It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I've seen some dumb things.
Yeah.
I do this podcast. and but I'm just standing there, and then I'm waiting. I'm just sitting there talking to myself. This is so stupid, thinking that my lady friend who was stalking me, Bernadette, is going to walk by.
Yeah.
This has been the Kroger Story of the Week.
How you doing?
Do you remember a year or so ago we had the episode Cicadas Banging on the Internet?
Cicadas Banging on the Internet. That was a big one.
Yeah, and we even repeated that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. My buddy Eric posted a video. There were bees having hot tantric sex on his car window, but the bees are just going to town.
Yeah.
They're making honey. I don't know what they're doing. They're having hot bee sex on the window, and then the guy in the car taps the window, and then they flew off.
What?
And the first comment was, what'd you have to do that for?
Just let them...
They're just having a good time.
Good Lord.
They're just going to town. I mean, it was rough. So
I mean, they had to have known that it was a car. I mean, that's like two people walking out in the woods and then they see a UFO and they just jump on it and start humping.
Yeah,
you know, and they get an alien taps at the window and pushes them away.
Why did you have to stop them? They're just bees.
Yeah,
they're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Also, you don't have to record them.
No.
You don't have to make them porn stars. No. They don't know that they're in public.
No.
They're just bees.
They're just bees
being bees. Having a good time.
Yeah.
Throwing down.
Honey nut Cheerio in.
Dipping his stinger in his honey.
Oh. We'd like to.
Hi.
Welcome our Dayton viewers.
Boy, I tell you what.
There's a callback.
The Illuminati aren't going to be happy when they hear that segment.
If you love coffee and podcast, then boy, do we have an offer for you. Go to our website right now and order yourself a handsome Irritable Dad Syndrome coffee mug. You'll be the envy of all those losers at your office. Get yours now at irritabledadsyndrome.com.
I knew they weren't going to retire. Who am I talking about? Kiss.
Well, are they back? Are they doing?
They're having a thing in Vegas. Kiss storms Vegas.
Wait, are they
and
doing
I'm like,
Sphere?
No, they're not doing the Sphere.
I thought that would be the one thing that would bring them back.
Special appearance by Tommy Thayer.
Okay.
Right? Kiss guitarist Tommy Thayer. Special appearance. He was with the band like 25 years. So, it'd be, I would say, special appearance by Ace Frehley, special appearance by Peter Criss, right?
Yeah.
Special appearance, my ass. So it's Paul and Gene,
Yeah.
and then Tommy. I don't know who's drumming for him. Yeah. But, get your tickets now, kids. Sebastian Bach from Skid Row's going to be there.
Oh,
yeah. He ain't in Kiss.
No.
And then there's going to be 2 Kiss tribute bands. This is dumber than bees banging on the internet.
Where are they going to be?
I don't know. Someplace in Vegas. I don't know.
If it's not the here, then what the hell's
What's the point? They made...
You've done everything.
God,
they
made such a big deal. And then their last 2 shows at Tiger Stadium, right? Yeah. Fanch.
He went to the last show.
Well, apparently it's not the last show. Because now they got more coming up in Vegas. My God, how many times can you retire?
Yeah, I saw a thing. Gene Simmons' band. Gene Simmons has a band.
Now I'll go see Gene Simmons.
It's called the Gene Simmons Band.
That's a good name. Yeah,
and he's offering.
Is he in the Illuminati?
He may be.
Oh, okay.
They were offering a $15,000 experience. You're a roadie for Gene Simmons for $15,000.
Wait, you pay them?
You pay them
$15,000
to be a
bass pick.
Could you imagine?
$15,000
if we ever got so famous that we would get somebody to pay us $15,000 to f*** up our audio. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's just the act of doing it. You know, I don't even know.
I honestly fell for it. I thought this time really was going to be the last time.
Well, it's their last time as well. It's not because they're gonna play as Kiss.
They're storming Vegas, Mike.
We've talked about this before.
They're not wearing makeup.
Okay. Oh well. Okay. Yeah.
So that's there. Yeah.
There's that.
I wish they'd never. I'm going to say it. All you Kiss fans, I wish they had never put the makeup back on. I was a huge fan of Kiss when they didn't have makeup. I mean, I was a big fan of Kiss when I was a kid. My babysitter, Christy Nunez, would bring over her Kiss albums. Yeah. And then she would go home, Mom and Dad would be back. I'm like, Mom, Christy Nunez, she showed me her Kiss albums, and he's a cat, and he's a spaceman, and he's the devil, and he's and then like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
They're good. They sing about their love gun.
Unholy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. My buddy Corey always asked, I understand what love gun means, but when he says you pull the trigger, where's the trigger?
Here's the deal.
Yes.
I've talked before.
Hang it up, guys.
So I need to like the people in a band to like the band, right? I've talked that before.
Okay, yeah.
When it comes to Oasis, I expect them to be jerks.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned over time that they're not really jerks. They're jerks to each other.
Right.
But generally speaking, they're pretty cool to the fans. And I think there was a time in my life where I thought if I ever met them, I'd be a little disappointed if they weren't in. But now I think I'm over that. I think I'd be fine. But when it comes to Kiss, with Gene Simmons, I expect him to find a way to get money from people, like with merch or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I saw the story, you pay them $15,000 to be his roadie.
Brilliant.
There were all these comments about, oh my god, blah, blah, and I thought that's awesome.
Yeah.
that is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think didn't they market the Kiss casket?
Oh yeah,
get buried in a
there
Kiss
are people
casket?
Buried in a Kiss casket right now.
Yeah,
as we speak.
Yeah, they're spinning in their grave.
Yeah.
Why did I pay for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What's the deal with this casket?
Could you imagine getting all the way up to the pearly gates and he's going through? Yeah, your name's here, but I mean,
you're buried in a Kiss casket.
You're in a Kiss casket.
Yeah, we have standards.
Come on.
I met Gene Simmons one time.
Did you?
I did. It was the Hot in the Shade tour.
Yeah.
And my buddy Steve Mann got us backstage. And this was the time when Slaughter were opening up, and Slaughter signed my Kiss t-shirt.
They came to Cincinnati last year, by the way. I was gonna see if you wanted to go.
You know what? I saw a video, and Mark Slaughter's voice is still intact.
Okay,
he still sounds great.
Yeah.
We're backstage. Paul did not come out.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul. He wasn't feeling it that night. I met Gene Simmons. He would not talk to me.
Okay.
Because I am not a woman. I have nothing.
You aren't a woman.
I am not. I have nothing that he wants at all.
Yeah.
I met Eric Carr, the drummer at the time, and Bruce Kulick. I got an autograph from Eric Carr, and I lost it. I have no idea where it is. I met Bruce Kulick, but I didn't get an autograph from him. And then Eric Carr signed some girl's boob.
Hello.
Yeah, I saw my buddy Corey and I were like, huh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a boob.
Yeah.
Huh. I wasn't planning on seeing that tonight. You know, that was a little, let's call it an added bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gene, didn't say a word to me. Yeah.
Did he look at you at least? Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
He didn't like looking at me.
No?
You could tell that he was just like, really did not want to spend any time at all.
I remember when I did the Megadeth thing, I was right in front of Dave Mustaine, as close to me as you are right now.
Yeah.
And I was dying just to interrupt and in the middle and say, you hate this right now, right? You just can't.
Yeah.
You made it all through the 80s and 90s, just tearing it up and everything. It's 2020, whatever it is. You're standing in front of a bald dude with a Venomous Beaver shirt, and you don't know what to do. You don't know what happened with
and
your
he was
life.
about,
there were cows mooing.
He was about to ask you about your shirt.
He was about
and then someone took you away, or took him away.
Yeah, they took him away.
Oh, guys, this has been a lot of fun. We really thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We want you to go to Irritable Dad Syndrome, and if you want to become a patron, do that. And you can.
There's tons of stupid on both. Tons of exclusive,
very good,
exciting,
high quality bonus content.
Here's the deal. I mean, if you're watching the stream, you're seeing part of what the patrons get all the time.
Right.
What will come from this, believe it or not, is a curated, professional podcast. Now that we got rid of Carl and his.
You know what? I don't think I liked him.
But we've got some people in our audience that are masochists. They enjoy all the weird stuff that happens because we'll start recording and then stuff will happen like Carl screws up the audio. And there's some people who will get into that. So that's all up on the Patreon. You go to Irritable Dad Syndrome, all the videos, all the episodes, all the exciting art from our art department is up there.
What we're trying to say is that it's really worth your money if you become a patron of this podcast. And you get free stuff like coffee cups and stuff.
Hoodies and stuff. And posters. There was a poster.
Oh, yeah.
The Christmas cards. Dave Lay, our announcer, will say something about your stuff.
Dave Lay will send you a voice message to put on your phone.
And then you just get the self-knowledge that you've helped two idiots.
You can go to bed every night knowing that you helped your common man. We'll see you next time on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
Boy, I hope the audio worked out.
Boy.
I hope the audio worked out.
Wait, we fired Carl. Who's running audio this week?
I don't know what we're going to do.
I really love you, baby.
Okay. All right.
Did you lose your place?
Where'd it go?
Usually our peeps tell us when we suck.
I'm just glad, it wasn't the week when we had David Sedaris in here.
Yeah, man. I mean, if there's one thing we can count our lucky stars, it's that we've never had technical issues when we've had an important guest.
Not when we had a guest.
Not even once.
Nope.
Has that ever happened?
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
I think we did. I believe we did have technical problems.
Perchance.
Yeah, well, it wasn't an audio issue, except that there was no audio.
Hey, this is Rick from Southern Culture on the Skids, and you are listening to Irritable Dad Syndrome.
If you want Oscar the Grouch to sound like he's actually talking in the inside of a trash can, he was simultaneously loud and too quiet. I usually don't even turn on the TV. I don't know what got into me. I think it was the M&Ms.
You were crazy, man. You were all jacked up on Diet Dr. Pepper.
I was living it up.
They would let Carl in before they let that guy.
Should have taken an Uber other than that thing.
Do you remember? We went somewhere, and it was one of those
Airbnb.
Yeah, BRBO.
Be right back,
Oscar.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pine.
Huh? He said, Cupine. Cupine. It's number one. Oh, really? Well, I tell you what, it's going to be number one on YouTube, but it ain't going to be number one on there. I can bet every dollar I got. You the only person that said Cupine. Cupine!
Oh, good. The show's over. I'm going to get me a milkshake.